What's up, everybody? TheSurrealAndre, aka New Era X Saint, with a huge pack opening today. This is not I guess it's not Black Friday anymore, but this isn't the fire sale, the injured player fire sale. This was all the VC that I had saved up from VC farming that I was going to add on to my injured players to do the huge pack opening. But, you know, I guess 2K took their time and whatever. Today they took everybody off of lock. And I will be doing another huge pack opening. So I guess it turned out kind of cool. 2 huge pack openings instead of one bigger, gigantic, enormous one that probably would have failed. But anyway, 2 big pack openings. This is the first one, and this one was you know, when I said in my last video that David Stern cursed me, this was like the peak. This was the peak. 115,000 VC, and I have to be honest with you, I only got 1 legend, and he wasn't even that good. That's why you see that the video is shorter than it should be for 115,000, because I chopped it up basically just to give me time to talk about some random stuff and for you to see who I got. So yeah, anyway, the guy that I got wasn't even that good. I'm kind of disappointed to get him because there were other people on his team that I would have preferred to get, and you'll see, that's a different story. But yeah, 2K, I honestly think there's people at 2K headquarters, just little just losers in their little cubicles that just dictate the pack opening rotation while we do it, and they just toy with us and say, you know what, I could have just given him this legend, but let's just give him a duplicate, or let's just give him Tony Bennett. You know what I mean. But that's how I felt when I did this pack opening. It was really bad, and I can't complain about it anymore. Well, yes I can. I could all day. That's how bad it was. But let's talk about something else. Something else like Brian Shaw being named the head coach of, who was it? I don't know. But Brian Shaw got his head coaching. Oh, it was the Nuggets. That's why I thought of it, because George Karl just came up in that pack. Brian Shaw got the head coaching job for the Nuggets, which is interesting because I didn't think the Nuggets were going to go with him. I thought they were going to go with someone like Lionel Hollins. Lionel Hollins actually got the head coaching job for why am I forgetting all this now that I'm doing the freaking video? Lionel Hollins, I don't think he has a coaching job yet. I think I was thinking of his assistant got promoted as the head coach of Memphis. And what else? People opting out of their contracts, spoke about that already. Whatever, coaching jobs are getting interesting. That's the point. I don't know who is going to pick up George Karl, but someone probably should quickly, because just because the coach can't get to the first round doesn't mean he's a bad coach. And I don't think it should really reflect on their coaching skills, because they coach to win, not to get out of playoff rounds. If they can't get out of the playoff rounds, I think it's more on the player than the coach. And that's how it should be. But it's not. Good coaches nowadays are getting fired, and I don't know why that is. I guess people are thinking the coach's job is more important than the players. And in some cases it is, but when you look at a guy like George Karl, who is like top 5 in all-time wins as a coach on percentage, coach people like Gary Payton, and if it wasn't for George Karl, Gary Payton wouldn't be Gary Payton, or GP, or the glove. George Karl is just one of those, but whatever, that's me just admiring him. Anyway, another topic that I was going to bring up was the off-season. Off-season is looking it's looking more or less interesting each day. There was a rumor that got put out today saying that Josh Smith could be involved in a sign-on trade that will send him to the Celtics. That would be funny, because that would be, I'd rather he might as well stay on the Hawks rather than go to the Celtics, because the Celtics is in the worst position for him right now. He's a guy that wants a max contract and a shot at the title, and that's not going to happen in the Celtics right now because they're going through their rebuilding stage. Speaking of the Celtics, The Clippers and Celtics finally stopped babbling like children and worked out a deal that will send Doc Rivers to the Clippers, and not only will he be the head coach, he will be the senior vice president of basketball operations. So apparently that's why they wanted him so much. It wasn't just for him to be the coach. They actually want to give him a front desk job. Yeah, a front desk job. I don't know if I was going to say when the coaching is over or whatever, but they gave him a double duty over there. And there were reports saying that he just kept trying to get them to bring KG and Pierce along with him, but it just didn't work. I thought it would have been hilarious if he did, but like brought Pierce with him, but KG got left behind. And I'm just saying in my head, one by one, people are just leaving Boston, and KG will be left by himself. He's the one that's just like, oh, if you cut me, I'll bleed green. Shut up. But yeah, next thing you know, Rondo and Pierce now are going to demand a trade to take their talents to Los Angeles. But hopefully the Celtics can bounce back next season and actually just keep some dignity for themselves. I think this is the part coming up where I get the legend. I didn't get anybody up until this 50k point, and in my head I said, you know what? There he is, Henry Baby, Mike Baby's father. He couldn't. You see, the reason I don't really like him is because all he can do is shoot, and his shot is just like decent. It's good. I won't lie. His medium is like upper 80s, 3-pointers is like lower 80s, but that's literally it. Like, he's not that fast. He's not athletic, which I like. His on-ball defense is kind of like So I mean, a legend is a legend, but still, I guess that's beggars can't be choosers. Whatever. Henry Baby, legend is a legend. I just wished I would have got more than one legend for 115,000. Nick McMillan's a good pickup, but I don't think I kept him. Not sure what I was getting at. Nate McMillan, a good pickup, but I didn't keep him. All he can do is steal the ball, and his on-ball defense is Well, yeah, it's actually pretty high, but you know, I have better options at the silver backup area, like Earl the Pearl, Knicks fan, or I could cheese you with Steve Kerr or Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith is actually kind of rare in this game, to be honest. He's like a Robert Pack. You don't see him often. Well, you know what I mean. You don't see him often. Robert Pack has become very common. I want to know who was the guy that came up with putting finisher and posterizer on Robert Pack and finding out that he's such a friggin' beast. Like, nobody really takes a look at your silver legends. You only care for the gold ones, to be honest, unless you know that legend like Steve Kerr or Kenny Smith. I didn't know of the name Robert Pack, but I want to know who actually knew this guy, saw he had a 99 dunk, and just threw finisher on him, and it became a 2K thing. It's like trying to find out who created a dirty joke. You just want to see, like, who thought of that shit. But I don't know, I just went completely off topic. I digress way too much, especially when I'm doing some live commentaries and shit like that. But anyway, right now I think I was looking for Henry Baby. Yeah, I was. And as you can see, this is before I sell my injured players, because you still see them there. I couldn't yeah, he was a point guard. There, wait. Yep, there he is. 87 shot medium, 84 shot 3-pointer, and that's basically it. That 85 layup doesn't come from much because his shot close is low, and his shoot in traffic isn't that high. He doesn't even have that high of a steal. But like I said, beggars can't be choosers. A goal legend is a goal legend. So Henry Baby in 115,000. That doesn't sound good, but the luck will pick up. I have more episodes coming up. Hope you guys like it. Like, comment, and subscribe.